I was going through my wardrobe when I came across my old motorbike jacket. Wow. It still fits, although I probably don't cut the kind of dash I thought I did when I was 17. Hello, I'm Peter John Cooper. Today's 10-minute tale is a bit different and takes me back to one of those life-defining moments you get when you're trying to work out whether you're grown up or not. Today's story is just called Portsmouth. My mate John had a big belt buckle with an eagle on. My mate John had a leather jacket with cowboy fringes and 59 club badges. My mate John had a Royal Enfield Crusader Super Sports motorbike with chrome mudguards fitted himself. My mate John was mates with Rob Whale, who had enormous sideboards that met under his chin and probably continued right down to his soul. Well, the soles of his feet anyway. My mate John said we should both get tattoos. But he had to make sure his mum didn't find out, because if she did, there would be merry hell to pay. My mate John said he didn't care what his mum thought anyway. My mate John said the tattoos should be proper ones, like sailors have, with a big rose and an anchor and the name of your girlfriend underneath, and that they would sort the men from the boys. But as neither of us knew any girls, we decided to leave that bit for later. That was decades before tattoos became a thing, before there were tattoo parlours on every street corner, and even girls had tattoos. So we needed to find a place that did them. My mate John said Southampton was no good because there was only the top rank where all the muddy kids hung out with their pop-pop scooters and their bouffant hair and Italian shoes and amphetamines and parkas and girlfriends. My mate John said the only place to go for tattoos was Portsmouth. Portsmouth was full of sailors and they all had tattoos, said my mate John. He made it sound thrilling and dangerous, as though in Portsmouth you might suddenly get coshed by the press gang and wake up surrounded by snarling men with eye patches halfway to China. And what I later found out, that was entirely true. Probably still is. Portsmouth. What we didn't know then was that the royal family had tattoos. I don't know whether the Queen herself was included in that, but at that time it would have seemed a bit disrespectful to think of such things. Although, had it been common knowledge, that might well have changed John's mum's views. When we found a tattoo parlour that looked sufficiently seedy and dangerous, we parked our bikes and John went in first, proffering the scrap of paper with the design that he had carefully drawn out in geography, or science, or something. The man said that sailors sometimes had the word mother written in the space underneath. John looked at him funny and said he'd leave that part till later, thanks very much. My mate John hung up his leather jacket, the one with the cowboy fringes and the badges on, rolled up his checked shirt sleeve, sat down in the big chair, and the man began to work. I looked at the pictures of the tattoos you could have. There were 3. A rose, an anchor, and a thing with swords or daggers. You could have them in any combination and with or without the word mother underneath. And then from the big chair came a wail like a timber wolf in the high Arctic. I saw tears springing from my mate John's eyes and splashing on his big belt buckle, making the eagle look as though it was weeping for the loss of innocence. I ran outside to spare his blushes and, trembling, started my bike and was 20 miles away before the man was halfway through his work. Next day, when my mate John rolled back his sleeve, peeled back the tissue paper covering the bruised and bloody mess, I couldn't tell whether he'd had mother written underneath after all. He said that this was going to sort the men from the boys, and when was I going to get mine? And I thought, actually, I probably wasn't ready for that sort of sorting men from the boys thing yet. And I can't really say I ever have been. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll be notified when there's another 10-minute tale next week. Bye for now.